Brains are on the menu for this week's Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is four friends playing 5th edition D&D with random settings and plots. We use adult language, have inconsistent character voices, and screw up the rules. If this is your first time listening, check out our first campaign. The whole thing is out there for you to enjoy from soup to nuts. You can start at any episode 0 or 1. In episode 0, we roll on a random chart to build a campaign. This is episode 2 of our second campaign. I am your host and dungeon master, Casey Sears. To my left is Matt Popich.
Hey, hoser.
Hey, Matt. Tell me what your favorite moment during the first campaign was.
I just felt Canadian there. I don't know why. Why not? First campaign. What was the first campaign? Oh, yeah, Jurassic Park. I think my favorite moment was...
Spoilers.
I feel like maybe when my first time I used Flame Tongue, and I think I killed something because I lit it on fire. Made me feel good.
Sitting across the table from me, Chuck Ventus. What was your favorite moment from the first campaign?
My favorite moment? I think my favorite moment was when we snuck into the Basilisk cave, and I snuck in on my own and had to... extract basilisk venom and had to get the sack out of the mouth and all that fun stuff and sneak out of the cave without waking up the other creatures.
Just kept rolling.
Kept rolling. Yeah, nice rolls.
Yep.
To my right, Robbie Ponder.
Hello.
What was your favorite moment from the first campaign?
I thought you were going to ask him what his favorite moment was from the first episode of this campaign.
Yeah, where he didn't do anything. Sorry. We'll get to you soon, buddy.
It's all good. So I'm torn between two favorites.
Pick one.
My first, I feel, is when typical D&D campaigns always have a final boss fight where you have to fight the final boss and kill him. But my favorite part was actually that we were in the final fight and we had to save Rupert Klinko from the final fight instead of fighting the final boss, which I like that. So it's not typical D&D ending, which I loved. And then my second favorite part was when V actually landed a kill shot with his bow. I felt like that was a good ending for that campaign.
Pretty epic.
Pure excitement.
So in this this new campaign that we're playing right now, Matt, you are playing a character named Dilly Skidmark, a brash young woman. Mm-hmm. Across the table from me, Chuck Ventus, you are playing Edward Matterhands.
That's right.
a nebbish janitor. Is that an accurate description?
Custodian, yeah.
All right. And
Master of the custodial arts.
Master of the custodial arts.
That is right. And Robbie, we are going to get to your character sooner rather than later, I hope.
I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah, Matt is going to delay your introduction as soon as possible, but luckily, I, the DM, hold the reins. I care about my players, man. I care very much.
We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I care enough to get them to the final boss until I kill them.
And then one-shot them, right.
Yep. All right, so setting the scene. You guys are on a field. Well, not necessarily a field, but more like some dead dirt and dead grass and patchy dirt. There is a highway to your east and to your south. There is a pile of trash to your north, a building to your southwest. The ship is going up into the sky as some of these robotic zombie things are hanging off the edge. There are 2 biologically grown demon-y things that Dilly Skidmark threw out that are fighting the last zombie. And Robbie, you have been keeping track of initiative. Where are we?
Homer just finished his move.
So yeah, his ship is flying up and he's kind of wobbling back and forth as the zombies are slowly falling one by one off the edge and coming down to the ground and crunching pretty hard.
So after Homer would be the demon things that Dilly summoned.
The demon things. So they each have a bite and a scratch?
Dilly demons.
Skidmark demons.
And it looks like, okay, I just rolled 4 at once, and it looks like all 4 are gonna hit that last demon, and they start biting and ripping and tearing and just chewing that last one apart, ripping off its arm and smashing it, that zombie in the face with it. And next up, I believe, is Chuck.
Correct. Edward.
Oh, there's one still alive?
No, he's dead now.
He's dead?
The
There's
demons
2
are ripping it
demons
apart.
left.
Yeah, there's 2 demons left, but Matt, I think, can dismiss them on his turn.
Yeah, I'll just drop concentration.
Great. Nice work with those creatures there.
Dilly completely ignores that and says, Homer, where are you going?
It is clearly a threat to the ship and the vessel if I leave it here on the ground. So I'm going to go up into the air and provide reconnaissance from there.
Do you still want us to go and fix the satellite?
Yes, absolutely. Obtaining the satellite is critical to our mission goals.
Oh, let's get this over with, and so we can get out of here.
Which way, Homer?
Continue heading west.
Come on, janitor.
Fucking bitch.
What did you just say?
Nothing. Let's just go.
So as the ship is going further, this UFO-looking ship, this disc-based ship, is going up into the clouds, and you guys start going down this field to the west. You are approaching a large building through the fog. A big rectangular mishmash of a building, just all these skyscrapery columns up in front of you, some red metal arches in the front that are dusty and dilapidated, and near the top, there were some letters that have fallen down over the years, and you can kind of make out Memorial something Hospital. Waving around the entrance of this building is a person waving maybe some sort of pointed stick over his head and says, Hey, you all over here.
Dilly draws her gun.
Hey, that was incredible what y'all did.
Who are you?
I'm Finch. And he's walking towards you like it ain't no thing.
Freeze! Don't stop moving!
He stops. He's like, he's clearly nervous.
I assume he doesn't look metallic at all or dead.
No. You guys are. You have a little bit of a better view of him now, and he looks human.
Homer, are you seeing this?
Yes, I see one humanoid up ahead of you.
Aren't there supposed to be 0 humanoids up ahead of me?
Well, now there's one. I'm not sure where he came from.
How did you get here?
I live downstairs.
Is it just you?
No, I think there's 17 of us.
How is that possible?
They could be beyond my range.
Dilly, I didn't think there was supposed to be any humanoids out here.
Me neither. Let's go with them. Let's see these other people, see what's going on, see what they can tell us.
Homer says in your ears, From my records, all of the humans abandoned this planet. So you guys get closer and you see a young man in his late teens, early 20s, and he is scrawny and lean with short blonde hair and a patchy beard. And he's wearing, some furs and stuff. He has a bow and some spears strapped to his back, all made out of wood. And he says, I'm Finch.
Nice to meet you, Finch. I'm Edward, and this is Skidmark. Dilly, I'm sorry, Dilly. Miss Skidmark.
Dilly, Miss Skidmark, and Edward, it's nice to meet you. That was incredible what you did with that you blew them right up with that fire, and then you summoned those critters, and you got all those treasures. That was incredible.
Dilly will say, have you guys seen a satellite that crashed anywhere? We can't leave this shithole till we fix the satellite.
There was a star that fell from the sky. I think I know where it is, but But you got to come down and you got to meet Crystal and everybody.
We'll meet Crystal and everybody after we fix the satellite.
Hold on, I need a break. I'm pretty exhausted. Maybe we should just go down for a moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you get hit. How much damage did you take?
You got hit by one of those things? We got.
Yes. She's injured.
My friend Amber will be able to take care of those wounds for you.
Yeah, Dilly did get hit a few times, so she would then notice the fact that she's probably bleeding from her arm or something, and then probably roll her eyes and be like, do you have a doctor in there?
Come on, follow me. And he starts to skitter off towards the hospital.
Dilly marches off angrily, following.
Yep, I follow as well.
You guys go into the hospital, and it has been long just stripped down to the bones, and it is just concrete and steel beams, and not a lot is left. You guys go down a staircase into the basement and into the sub-basement, and you're noticing that all of the doors have been replaced by wooden doors on your way down. And eventually you get to a place in the basement where the concrete wall has had a door carved out of it, and then there's another wood door, and he's lifting these big wood slats as he's leading you through each one. And then you eventually go down through a cave and down even more stairs, and he says, where'd y'all come from?
We're on a mission from outer space. We're here to check to see if the planet is habitable.
What's it like in outer space?
Mostly, you can do whatever you want, and then this janitor cleans it up. It's pretty nice.
Wow. Like, what do you mean, whatever you want? Like,
she's kidding. She's quite the jokester.
I'm really not.
Well, like, can you eat whenever you want?
Yeah. Pretty much whatever you want, whenever you want.
You can, like, drink water whenever you want?
The cleanest.
And there's no trashers there?
What's a trasher? Is it?
A trasher is a person that's been infected who eats trash, and then he eats other people too, and those people get infected and they turn into trashers. It's what you done blown up outside.
How have you guys survived? That's insane.
Well, we get by, ain't much of us. But we do what we gotta do to get on.
What do you eat?
Well, we got a mushroom farm, so we eat a lot of mushrooms, and there's small animals that the trashers don't bother that we eat, like rabbits. We keep rabbits. We got a rabbit farm. We eat mice, and we eat rats, and we eat more mushrooms. We eat a lot of mushrooms.
I see that.
And you notice this kid is skinny. Like these people are just getting by. And he opens the last door to a large cave area. And you look down and you see a bunch of tents and some fire pits. And then kind of far in the back, there is one white storage container. And he leads you down the stairs. And there are a couple people, and they're like, they see you and they just run right back into their tents as if they're frightened. And Finch says, "It's all right. I saw these guys kill the trashers. Come on, follow me. I'm introduce you to Crystal." And you guys walk into a large tent. He pushes away the dirty blankets and like old pieces of cloth hanging down in the front that probably at one point were just really beautiful. And he pushes them apart. And you guys see a very old woman, cat eye glasses, her hair is pulled up into a bun, she's got a brightly colored muumuu on, and just a real cross look on her face, and she furrows her brow looking at you guys as you walk in. And standing next to her is a tall, skinny guy who is clean shaven, his hair is in a tight, greasy ponytail, and he has a clean but very tattered suit on. And the old woman says, "My word, Finch, what do you have here?" And Finch says, I found these guys on the surface. They come down in a spaceship. I think they come down to rescue us all, to save us all, to kill all the trashers. They made them look like they's made of paper.
Yeah, I heard you had a doctor around here.
Well, yeah, that's Amber. We can take you to Amber in a second, but I've been praying that the Lord would send somebody to save us.
You still believe in God here?
Of course. You don't?
Where's the doctor again?
Excuse my friend here. She's in a bit of shock, I would say.
Well,
this was just supposed to be a quick mission, and we're a little off course.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, and I know whether or not you believe in him, he has sent you here for us. Isn't that right, Quinn? And the guy says, my, I do believe y'all are here for a greater purpose.
Yeah, our purpose is to fix the satellite and go home, so I don't think you should get any other expectations. Now about that doctor.
And Finch says, well, here, come on, I'll show you all to Amber. Come on, Crystal and Quinn. And they walk you out of the tent. And Finch says, I can take y'all to the satellite. And can we ride the satellite back up to the stars?
Dilly says, sure.
Oh, man, that's going to be incredible. These people seem very gullible and primitive.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Dilly would take advantage of that.
So you guys get to the white shipping container, and you see in chipped paint the shape of a red cross on the front of it. And Finch lifts a metal latch, and he opens the door to this container. And inside you see an incredibly high-tech medical center. But it's mostly looks like it's been drained of supplies over the years. Things are very old-looking and worn on the inside. There are a bunch of robotic arms hanging from the ceiling. There's a table in the middle. There are a bunch of devices and cabinets and all kinds of things on the inside. And you guys step in behind Finch, and a screen flickers on.
There's nobody in the room.
Yeah, there's nobody in the room, but you guys see a screen flicker on.
Hello. You may call me Amber. It's short for Automated Medical Bay.
Oh.
And this thing is some sort of high-tech device that they have figured out how to get into their basement area and have been using for a very, very long time to help keep them alive.
That's pretty fascinating. I was expecting a person.
Welcome to the Mobile Medical Unit. I will assist you with any health-related issues. I can also answer any other general queries.
What do you guys have to say to Amber?
Yeah, we were told you have medical supplies here, or she's injured.
So as soon as you say that she has medical issues, some of the arms come down and kind of put their hand on your shoulder and usher you in, prop you up on the table, and taking a look at what's going on, spray some foam and stuff on some of your scrapes.
I have been helping the humans of this settlement, but I was originally deployed to assist the military. What is your name?
I'm Dilly. What happened on this planet? What's going on? Can I go ahead and take a short rest?
We can call it.
Did that what this do?
Yeah, basically, yeah, you can... actually, she will just straight up heal you.
Okay.
How much do you have missing?
12.
Yeah, she takes care of all 12 hit points.
Okay, and then a short rest for me gives me my spell slots back.
Yeah, we'll call this a short rest, yeah.
Okay.
What was the last question? What happened?
Yeah, what happened here? What happened on this planet?
My knowledge of history ends 400 years ago. I am not connected to my information network.
So you're useless. Great.
Ha ha ha.
Now, Finch speaks up. Now, if you guys are gonna go out and find that satellite, I mean, I can help take you there. But Crystal, Ms. Crystal, what do you think about having Amber's special project help out?
We don't need any help.
Amber laughs a little bit. Says, "Well, now I know."
Crystal?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Crystal laughs down a little bit. Well, now I know that y'all did fine with a few trashers, but there's a lot more out there in between here and there, and we'd like to help in whatever way we can.
Is it like a weapon or something? Because maybe some more firepower might not be such a bad thing. I mean, it might speed up the process, maybe?
I have been working on a solution to the trasher problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like what we're looking for. We won't have to deal with these things.
I interfaced a trasher with a donor human mind. I severed the connection between a trasher and its network.
That sounds fucked up.
Ha ha ha. We are having fun.
You preset we were having fun. No, it's great.
All right, so as she's saying this and Crystal is saying, yeah, come on, Amber, let's show them what you got. Let's show them what you've been working on. And Quinn says, I think that'd be a great idea. It's, we've been thinking about this for a long time, and I think alone it might do some good, but with y'all, maybe y'all can clean up all the trashers all over the planet. And Amber, finishes patching up Dilly and gently snaps back together, and stitches together the parts of your spacesuit that were torn or battered. Gives you a little pat on the shoulder.
I would check my utility belt to make sure everything's there, that she didn't mess with anything.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Everything's perfect.
Dilly doesn't trust this shit.
Sure. At that point, in the very back of the container, 2 doors start to slide open and hiss. And you guys see a glass tube with a humanoid figure in it. Amber says,
It's alive. Just kidding.
The glass tube comes forward and it opens up. And Robbie, would you like to describe what the people see when they look inside?
Yes. So this is where we cue a little sound of everyone cheering because my character has entered the podcast. Yay! So starting with my character's head, it doesn't have any facial hair whatsoever. His skin is kind of gray colors, kind of dead looking, you would say. He wears a visor, kind of like Cyclops from the X-Men. His arms and legs are covered in cybernetic implants. Most of the cybernetic implants you would appear defensive to anyone that has a competitive eye. Most noticeably about him is that his brain is located in his stomach. So I guess you could say he has a stomach brain, kind of like a fish tank-like container. He has lights that light up the brain area on his stomach. He's 7 feet tall and weighs a lot because of all the metal on his body.
So you take your first breath of air and you jolt to life, and Amber says,
What is your name?
I am Detritus. Detritus Swill.
Dilly looks at this thing, step forward and say that and says, Nope! And turns to walk away.
Are we sure this is safe? We just fought these things outside. We're talking about taking one out with us. I thought we were going to get some sort of weapon here.
Finch says, well, I think he is the weapon. Amber, why don't you explain why you made Mr. Detritus?
This allows us to use trasher resources to our advantage. This expands the viability of the human as well.
Detritus starts walking forward, and he walks forward, and you kind of hear his metal feet.
We'd be on. I'll go with you guys too. And he actually just kind of runs up and stands on Detritus' shoulder. Come on, buddy, let's go this way. And he points forward.
Detritus moves his hand up to hold him on a little better, for he has better balance and starts moving forward.
Homer, come in. Are you seeing this? Come on, Homer, can you read us?
Nothing. You realize that your connection to Homer is completely dead down here. You're too far away. Too underground.
All right, Finch, come on, let's go. Show us where the satellite is.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to. And as you guys are leaving, Amber says,
Goodbye. Be safe out there. I will miss you, my baby. My sweetheart. My adorable child. Go kill some trashers for Mama.
This is so weird. Oh, gosh.
So at this point, Robbie, in the same way that they had a chance to grab some stuff, you can have a chance to grab some equipment as well. Finch shows you anything. Actually, all of you guys, if you need anything, where it is, how to find it, what it is. But they don't have anything made out of metal, or they don't have anything made out of electronics, because trashers are drawn to those and they eat them. So they have to kind of live barbarically in order to not draw too much attention to themselves.
They're drawn to electronics and
metals, just plastics, and things like, especially like soft metals, aluminum, silicone, electronics, because they explain to you that the trashers eat and consume the electronics and then use them to replace the human body parts with robotics.
Would I be able to pick up my weapon anywhere?
I think your weapon would just be a part of you.
Okay.
We wouldn't know that they're drawn to metal or electronics.
That's news to us.
That's news to you guys now, but I think
it is.
Crystal and Quinn and Finch would tell you that about the trashers, as you guys are as they're pointing out, because they have bows and they have spears and they have some other tools and stuff, offering them to you as you go out and saying, hey, trashers aren't going to be attracted to this. That also gives you a clue as to why, when that ship landed, they were all over you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This guy's made out of metal, isn't he? Are we going to be running into trouble with him walking around with us?
Quinn says, Amber was able to reverse some of his signaling, so he's almost like a big blind spot to some of those trashers.
Okay.
What else can you tell us about them? Anything?
If they bite you, that's bad. Especially if they stick you with the needle that's in their tongues.
Needle in their tongues. That's like that.
Yeah.
You'll be safe with me.
Well, yeah, if they get you with that, it's only a matter of time before you become one of them.
You're just plotting how you're gonna one-shot me. That's
needle in the tongue. Oh.
Yep, I'm gonna tongue you to death.
Someone's gonna lick you.
I'll pick up a few javelins, rations, rope, water skin, and a tinderbox.
Rations.
So, because you still have a human brain inside your body, you still need to eat some nutrients and food to feed that. But you also need to eat some trash every day to fuel the trasher half of your body too.
Right. So just imagine Detritus being like 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager, part of the collective, now free of the collective. So that's what Detritus is.
Except twice as sexy.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right, Finch. Can let's move this along. I all the dirt's everywhere and the trash. It's a little much. Well, we need to get to the satellite.
Oh, sure. Come on, let's go. And he leads you up the same way that you guys came down. We'll say you guys landed kind of early in the morning, and a few hours have passed at this point, coming down there, meeting him, collecting some supplies, fighting those guys. Maybe like 2 hours or so have passed since you landed. You guys pop up out at the base of the hospital, and you walk around the building as Finch leads you west.
So my character has no memory of his past?
Unless you want to. Unless you want it to start coming up.
Well, like when you asked me what my name is, like if I had no memory of the past, and I would feel that I wouldn't know what my name would be, so I feel like he would have some memory left.
I figured that was the name you came up with for yourself in your current state.
We don't need to know about your background. It's okay.
It's up to you, man. However you want to roll with it.
My human name is David Detritus.
Well, I was under the impression that I was already awake for a little bit.
You might have come up and down over that time while you were being worked on.
Right. So that's where I got my name from then.
Sure.
It was when I was coming back and forth. So I have memory of what the world is like. A little bit of memory.
Yeah, you definitely feel like whatever memory stuff you do have, that you have been hardwired to hate the hell out of those trashers. Like, you definitely feel you feel bred for combat, man. You feel like you are a weapon. You're a tool. But you're also a tool.
Big tool.
Big old tool.
Big old tool.
I'll roleplay that.
You guys continue up the road, the trash-filled road. There are abandoned vehicles here and there, piles of garbage, some that are on fire, kind of releasing some smoke, adding to the orange haze of the situation. A light rain starts to fall on you. You round the corner past the hospital, and it's just quiet.
Dilly, I just thought of something. They said that these things are attracted to electronics and metal. Do you think we're walking into with the satellite? All that metal?
Yeah, but I don't see what option we have. We'll have to figure something out. Homer, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm back. Who are you walking with now? I see the young man that you met earlier. But what's this other thing? It's two people stacked on top of each other?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, so we found out that these things are attracted to electronics. So we need to come up with a plan as to what we're going to do when we get to the satellite, because there will be a bunch there.
Oh, yeah, that's bad news. Maybe, if it's in a good place, I can provide some air support.
Yeah, start working on that for us.
All right. Let me know when you get close.
Can't you track us?
Well, I can, but the satellite is down. There's no power to it. I need visual contact with the satellite.
I was just fucking with you anyways.
As always, your presence is nothing but an unending delight.
Damn right.
Oh.
So you guys are going down, take one curve, you take another curve. Finch is leading the way between these buildings that are just falling apart, and there's no animal life, there's no plant life. Everything just feels so dead, and it's so smoky. What is everyone's passive perceptions?
Detritus is a 13. It's probably the lowest.
13. 13 for Edward.
14.
Man, those are some low passive perceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Not very perceptive.
So as you guys are walking, and Finch is he's still going to be on the back of Detritus. Just kind of hanging out, like on your shoulders, like a
kid.
Like a kid hanging out on your shoulders.
This is not the first walk we've been on.
Yeah, probably not. And he would be the first one to notice Trashers to our right. Roll for initiative.
Oh. It's 11 a.m., by the way. I'm going to be really on this time thing here.
All right. What did everybody get?
Trashers got a 12.
Edward, 10.
Okay.
Detritus 19.
All right. Detritus, Dilly, Trashers, Edward.
Finch got a 6.
Then Finch.
Is his last name Ender? That'd be awesome.
That was Chuck's EverQuest character, so...
Finch Ender?
Finch Ender.
For everyone
He was a bard.
listening that knew us when we were like 15, there you go.
15? We were older than that.
Were we? I don't remember.
That's half a lifetime ago,
17.
man.
That was. Literally.
I had a bard named Finch Ender. Finch was the name of a band that I really liked, and Ender was like one of the songs that they sang that I really liked. Finch Ender.
And he was a bard.
He was a bard.
It was cute.
Who's up first?
Detritus.
So, Detritus, you see to your right 2 big hulking Trashers that look actually a lot like you. They are some big, mean-looking dudes.
Brother.
And they are in a storefront. And you see them munching away on some sort of, old wiring within the walls, and then they turn towards you, and they just start to walk out of the building. They're about 40 feet away, and above them, in the second story above that storefront, you see 3 other Trashers crawling out of the window, and they just drop to the ground and just land on their feet and bounce right back up.
Are they big like the other 2? Or
No, there's 2 big ones, 3 little ones. The 3 little ones were on the second floor.
What do the little ones look like? Are they like...
They look like just like the ones you saw before.
Okay. I didn't know if they were like crawling along the sides of the walls or some crazy shit.
No,
Okay.
nothing too crazy. But they definitely took that drop pretty cleanly.
Okay. All right, Detritus.
So
What you got?
These 2 big ones are close together.
Yeah, yep, they're right next to each other.
Okay. Is there like a car next to them I can stand on or anything like that?
Sure.
And I would say that I'm those 2 are 5 feet away from me as I move forward. I can
Yeah, you
still
can do that. You can
Okay.
get within 5 feet.
So first thing I do is I'll set Finch down on the ground gently, and then as Detritus starts walking forward, on his right arm he pulls out a little cylinder thing, and he pulls out something else on his left arm. And as he pulls that out, you guys see a chain start coming out that's attached to that, and he screws the 2 things together. He lifts it above his head and starts twirling his left arm around. So he has like a modified flail that's going to do a D12 damage if I can hit with it. So he as he does this too, he starts pounding his chest. So I'm going to rage. So my skin for my character is a barbarian. So I enter a rage and I jump on the car and I come down on my flail onto one of the head of the Thrasher on the right.
All right. Roll to hit. And these big Thrashers, they look like big fat dudes, but they're like just bulging with wires and other things, and they have like straps of metal around their body.
17.
Hits.
11 damage.
Yeah, you slam down and you see some metal parts, and your giant metal weight just kind of slams into its body and then hits the ground as it goes right through him.
Is he dead? Is he saying it's dead?
No. He's still very much alive, but you can take out big chunks of these guys and they just keep going.
Okay. So I'll extra attack. I'll pull my flail back up, and this time as I swing it around my back, I drop my foot down onto the chain to make it come back directly toward his face. So 14 plus 7, I'm pretty sure that'll hit.
Hits.
21.
Max damage, 12 plus 4 plus 2. So 20 damage.
Wait.
Yeah, so you...
That's not good math.
18 damage.
18 damage.
So yeah, you swing it back through and it slams through its body, taking out more wires and brownish, grayish, reddish ooze starts shooting and squirting up from where you hit it. But it's still going. It don't care. It can take a licking and keep on ticking. Next up.
That would be Dilly. And she will shoot her pistol, pull it out, whip, and takes 2 shots at the same one that the Detritus is attacking.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Hits.
Ooh, 9 to hit.
Nope.
12 damage, and it pushes it back 10 feet.
Okay. What does it look like when she's shooting those pistols?
Yeah, so kind of like a blackish red, like really dark red beam. I almost want to say like a Star Wars phaser, but darker.
Okay.
But the gun itself is kind of like, it's really small. It's not even the size of a fist. It's tiny.
Okay. Cool. Like a little pea shooter looking thing, but then it like blasts.
You ever see Men in Black?
Yeah, like the cricket.
the cricket. Yeah. It's almost exactly like the cricket.
Cool.
That tiny?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's tiny. Dilly's
Yeah. So you blast it and it stumbles backwards and kind of growls and groans and just squeaks, and you hear these motors and other things inside of it whirring.
Trasher's turn.
See, the one that just got knocked back and shot is going to rush at our new friend, Detritus.
He rushed at them first. So.
Another
He's rushing back. And he gets a 16 to hit.
Hit.
Grabbing a lot of the dice.
And he does 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And we'll reduce that to 6.
Good play.
The other one also moves over, and he has both of his arms, and they kind of, like metal and wires and stuff, kind of almost like straighten themselves up. So it seems like he's, trying to like make his arms more stiff as they hit you. And then he swings them down. That is a 21.
Hit.
15.
We'll reduce that to 8.
Oh, man. You gotta do math now? Reducing stuff in half?
I know. And I'm rolling dice now instead of making people do saving throws.
And then one more of the trashers, one of the little guys behind, he's going to pop around and also pile onto this giant trasher, which is, the giant trasher human hybrid that is Robbie, aka Detritus. And he is also probably going to hit with a 20 there.
Yep. Man, I'm taking a lot of damage already.
Yeah, you sure are.
And that is 3 damage. He just, kind of jumps on and starts pounding and kicking. And the other two start to run towards the group. And who do you think is closer? It wouldn't be who was in the lead. It would probably be who was in the rear.
I would assume that I would not be up front. So maybe me.
So the other two run towards Edward. We have an 18 and a 21.
Yeah, they're both going to hit.
One's going to do 5, the other's going to do 6. Yeah, they run at you and they start slashing at you with their metallic and metal hands, and they're just claws and punches and stuff. They're not as graceful as you would think for robots.
But no syringe kisses?
No syringe kisses yet.
Ed?
You got 2 on you.
Oh, this is me. Yeah. I forgot my character's name.
2 on you.
New character.
3 are on the barbarian.
Oh, shit. That sucks, dude. I am going to... I'm going to panic again, and I'm going to do my push maneuver with Shocking Grasp again and try and just create at least push one of them away, or try to with my Shocking Grasp spell. So a spark of energy just surrounds my hands, and I push one of them and try and get him off of me. Oh, I rolled a 20. I rolled a crit.
Nice.
Ba-bam! Let me see if this is a crit sandwich.
Oh, close.
One of these
I
days.
rolled a 19. One of these days we'll get it. So Shocking Grasp. So it's going to be 48. I just rolled 3 6s with first 3
How are
guys.
you doing 48? Are you 17th level?
Crit.
Shocking Grasp is
Because of a crit.
Spell attack.
it's a crit. So
So 2d8 and then you double it.
yeah.
I was like, dude, I want to be 17.
So that's so 6, and then 6 is 18 plus another 2 is 20 damage.
Damn.
So yeah, you reach out with that shocking grasp, and you like start to go right under its neck, and you just blast its head right off, and then just a cloud of that grayish, reddish, brownish fluid that they're full of just flies all over you and anyone else nearby. Also, give me a 20 on a wild magic check.
17.
All right.
And then I'm going to do a quicken spell. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points and cast mage armor on myself.
Cool.
As a bonus action.
Good call.
And that's the end of my turn. Oh, and so to describe that...
oh yeah, what's that look like when you do mage armor?
So I just I push the one guy away with my the electrical spark, and then I just start patting down my body with my hands, and you just see like these, like a bright blue colored, like holographic kind of surround my body as if it's like an armor.
Like hard light?
Yeah, hard light, yeah.
Finch is next.
Finch had jumped off of the Detritus, the Trasher human hybrid, and he is going to throw one of his spears at the zombie that attacked Edward but did not die. And he's going to hit him for 3 damage.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Watch out for Finch.
Watch out for Finch.
So good.
He's the best, you guys.
I see that. And top of the order, Detritus.
I'm going to hit the one I've already hit. 12.
Hits.
Hits, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, 12. It's all, these guys are easy
They don't
to
have
hit.
armor, I'm guessing, so...
Yeah. They have a lot. They can take a lot of hits, but they are not hard to...
They're like a barbarian.
Yeah.
12 damage. Is it looking pretty beat up?
Yeah, I would say so at this point. It's saying it's looking like 60% beat up.
Okay, I will extra attack it and hit it again.
Cool.
24.
That's a hit.
Going to go ahead and use I have Orcish Fury as a feat, so I add a weapon die to every, well, not to every roll, but I add a weapon damage die to this hit. So roll 2d12.
That's nice.
Oh, I rolled really well. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh no.
So that's 3 plus 6, 9 damage.
Yeah, so you keep swinging your mace around, taking bigger and bigger chunks out of this thing, but you're not, you're tearing it apart, but it is undeterred, and it just kind of straightens its body back up after you tear away at it.
My turn. I will shoot at that same one. Pew pew.
Yeah, Dilly, you're kind of the only one in the clear right now.
Yeah, I'm all by my lonesome, so I'll...
Well, you and Finch are kind of over off to the side, kind of helping your 2 buddies.
24. Oh, good. And 16.
Hit.
Those are good. 25.
So you hit it with these 2 blasts. Its body flies backwards, and it just kind of splatters, and its carcass falls against the storefront wall, and like a grayish brown ooze that was filling its pipes and flying out of it as you guys were hitting it just continues to leak and pour into a big puddly mass in front of it.
Did that kill it?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Yeah, it is stopped moving, but it's just like this oozing pile of disgusting zombie parts.
So I have something when it's part of my fiend background. If I kill something, I get temporary hit points equal to my charisma modifier and my warlock level.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a life suck type situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to imagine how that would work in our skinned world, though.
Maybe it just works as you are pumped.
Okay.
Like you could be excited and enthusiastic, and you can kind of just ignore damage a bit.
Okay.
Isn't it half your warlock level?
Let me see.
Yeah, it's not like you're drawing blood from the thing and
Okay,
absorbing
yeah, I was
it or as
trying
a
to
shield or anything. I'd say it's more of like a charismatic...
Feeling fired up.
Yeah, you're just feeling fired up, so you can just kind of ignore some damage
Okay.
as it comes in at you.
Dark One's Blessing. You gain temporary hit points equal to charisma modifier plus your warlock level. Good try, though.
Ah, man, that's really good.
Yeah, it is 9. That's a lot.
A lot of things are half your level.
Yeah. Maybe you're just in that mode because you're in a barbarian. Trashers.
So the one big trasher who's left takes a swing at Detritus. And the trasher rolls... Oh, just an 11.
Miss. So I assume it just bounces off my metal.
Yeah, he probably just misses you and hits the car hood right behind you. And then the small trasher next to you, he is going to grab onto you. So make a strength contest against him.
Ooh.
It's a crit. I have advantage on strength checks.
So you got a 21? Yeah, you win. Big time. So yeah, he tries to get a good hold of you, but he does not. You kind of brush him off easily.
Was he going to give him a kiss?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's working on the kiss. Speaking of kisses, there's one more zombie that is on
Eduardo.
And he is also going to try to grab on. So make a strength contest.
What? Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, hot dice failed.
Hot dice failed. Is this a saving throw?
It's a strength contest, so you had your...
Oh, it's a 2, regardless.
It's a strength check. Okay, so he is also going to... Now that he has a grab on you, he's holding you, and he starts to move his mouth onto you for a bite, and he rolls a 13, so I'm assuming he hits one of those hard light bits.
Yes.
That are around you, that the armor that you cast. So he goes to... And just like kind of bounces off of the field around you and does not get his mouth in.
Oh my God. So glad I cast that.
That's it.
Is that all? Okay, Ed's turn to hopefully get this thing off him.
It's my turn.
Is he restrained or grappled or anything, or is it off him now?
Yeah, you're grappled.
Okay.
So I can't cast spells?
I think you can cast spells. Let me see.
I guess could I reach my arms up? Am I able to move my arms and like touch it? Because if I can touch it, I can cast a spell. I don't know if it'll hurt me though, but
I think grappled is simply you can't.
A creature grappled by a monster's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonuses to speed. The condition ends that the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends in an effect, removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler. So you can definitely cast something on it. You just can't move. Basically, your speed is 0.
Okay, but
so
I can
do
cast
anything.
A spell.
Yeah, you can use words. You can use the motions. You just can't. Yeah, you just can't run away. You can fight it off, though.
I will try to maneuver my, wiggle one of my arms, my hands free, and reach up and just grab it.
Yeah, you can definitely touch it, like grab its leg or grab its whatever if you want to shock and grasp it. And shocking grasp has seemed incredibly effective against these robotic things.
I mean, I've been critting every time I use it, but...
Well, not just that, but...
I'm going to do that. I'm going to create sparks from my hands and try and touch it and cast Shocking Grasp.
Yeah, so this is lightning damage, right?
Lightning, yeah.
Yeah, lightning damage seems to be effective on robotics.
Yes,
Surprise.
It does.
I'm shocked.
Oh, man. I rolled a 4 plus 6, 10.
It hits.
Wow. Whew, got lucky there. It's not a crit, guys. It's just 2d8. 9 damage total.
So actually, that's enough for you to blast because it's doubled because it's weak 2 lightning damage, and it already took 3 damage from that spear. So that is enough to blast it off of your body as it stumbles backwards, and then its head just pops and sparks come out of it.
Yeah, and I would just try and run towards someone that's I guess Dilly would be the closest, and like, ah!
Finch is going to throw a... actually, he'll pull out his longbow and shoot an arrow, just a pointy wooden arrow, at the large zombie. And he misses.
Detritus?
The little one that's next to me that tried to grapple me, I'm going to try to hit it. 21.
Hits.
11 damage.
Yeah, you take a big old chunk out of it as your... What are we calling this thing? Your mace, your anvil, your weight, your...
Anvil and chain. Yeah.
Okay.
So the skin of it is a flail, two-handed flail.
Yeah, so it just rips across the front of its body, ripping off its what little clothes it's wearing and the skin and the flesh around its chest, and you guys see the rib cage wrapped around gray organs on the inside of its body.
Still moving?
Still moving.
I'll extra attack it. 23. 13 damage.
Describe your kill, sir.
So this time when he swings his anvil and chain around, it wraps around the creature, and then Detritus just yanks on the chain, and it just twists every part of metal on this creature's body just gets twisted, and you see sparks and steam fly out of it, and it just falls limp. The rest of Detritus' turn, I'm going to jump off the car, and I'm like right in the face of the other trasher.
The only one left.
The only one left.
Is it their turn?
Mine, and then theirs.
Okay.
More shooting. Seems to be working okay. Pew pew.
12 and 13.
Yeah. 19 and 20.
Hits.
Ooh. 24 damage.
Yeah, you take some chunks out, and you see some sparks and that oozing liquid fly out of it. And that's actually the first damage I think is taken.
Yeah, it is. It also knocked him back 20 feet.
Yeah, and he kind of stumbles backwards into that store that he came out of. He dashes back out and slams into Detritus. And gets a 19 to hit.
Hit.
Oh no. I rolled 2 8s on that, so 20 damage. He runs right at you, bringing both of his arms down across your chest.
Yeah, when he hits me this time, Detritus actually like almost falls to his knee. It hits him pretty hard.
How you doing on hit points over there?
29 out of 55.
Oh, you guys are fine. You guys are good.
For a first fight, I'm taking a lot of damage.
Good enough to notice that grayish oozing pile that fell out of that other big fat ogre trasher is starting to congeal, and it moves towards Detritus, and it grows like this grainy, metallic, pseudopodic arm, like a giant amoeba thing, and slaps down onto Detritus. But it only got a 12 to hit you.
Miss.
Yeah, so it just lands right next to you. It's kind of still getting its weird, amorphous amoeba-like ooze body together.
And it only came out of the big one, not the small one?
It came out of the big one, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, so if you're looking back, like the body of the big one is now like very deflated looking, like a deflated looking husk leaning up against the side of the building. All of this ooze came out and recongealed.
Ed.
How big is the ooze?
It's human sized.
Okay,
you know,
so
it is.
big.
It's a fairly large blob. Remember these? Detritus, how tall are you? Because these guys are the same sort of trasher you are.
7 feet tall.
Yeah, these things are about 7 feet tall. So imagine it coming out of like Andre the Giant, but is like a slime.
That's actually who I Googled for figuring out how tall Andre the Giant is to do Detritus' height. I actually Googled that, yeah.
So I would say the trashers like artificially extend like their limbs and stuff with robotic parts to make themselves larger than the people that they took over. Like the big ones have kind of probably been around longer. They're older.
Yeah. No, I'll say, Homer, are you seeing this? And then as I say that, I will cast Scorching Ray, 2 at the hulking trasher, and then 1 at the one beam at the congealed liquid or whatever.
Okay.
So I have to roll 3 times. So 13 plus, this is for the trasher, so 13 plus 6 is 19. That is a 9 plus 6, so 15 to hit him as well.
So wait, to hit who?
The trasher. I have 3 beams that are coming out.
There's one. Okay, so you're hitting the trasher twice.
Hitting him twice. Yeah.
Cool. Hits.
That's him. Okay, and then this is for the jelly. 18 plus 6, so 24.
Hit.
So
what damage is this?
It's 2d6 fire.
Fire.
Each.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll roll for the trasher first. The total damage will be 10 damage on him, and then for the jelly, 7 damage.
And that fire, as it hits the jelly, just kind of wraps around its body and doesn't seem to have hurt it very much. But the trasher definitely, like the skin and the what little clothes it's wearing is definitely, it's eating it up.
Okay.
Finch.
I should have told you all to watch out for the big ones. They're a double doozy. I usually just run. It's great to actually fight them. And he shoots his bow at the big guy. And he hits him.
Yeah.
Yeah. For 12 damage.
Holy wow.
Yeah, so he hits him with one of his bows, and it goes right through his body, and you guys see those hoses and other parts inside of its flesh pop.
Is that a kill shot?
Nope. You're about halfway there on the other big guy.
Jeez. Yeah. Detritus.
I hit it a few times.
Me too.
So I imagine Detritus is standing there with the ooze thing next to his leg and the big trasher right in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
Detritus is going to grab the other guy, and I'm just going to grapple him, hold him still.
Okay.
The big one.
Strength check.
Do I do my saving throw modifier or just my strength modifier?
Regular strength.
16.
14. You win.
So I just, I would say, I just grab one of his arms and put it behind his back, and then have my other arm around his front of his chest, and I'll hold him there.
You get a good look and feel at this giant, massive, smelly thing. You can still smell, even though
Oh yeah, yeah.
you still got all your senses going on here, and it is bad.
It's what? It's bad.
It's real bad.
It actually Detritus. It makes it makes Detritus hungry. So Detritus will say, "Hit him."
Yeah, I'll shoot that one since it's grappled and get advantage.
Yeah. Well, range attacks. I don't know if range attacks get advantage on that.
Oh,
Wait, grappled? No, I think you just rolled a hit.
bummer. All right, I'll shoot twice at that one. You got a 16 and a 14.
Hit.
Pew pew. 22 damage.
Oh wait, actually. So yeah, you'll still do that 22 damage, but he's restrained, not grappled. Restrained creature's speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against it have advantage.
Okay, they would have hit anyway. So
Yeah, it would have hit anyways.
I guess I could see if I crit, but
Do it.
Yeah, roll 2, see if you crit.
Nope.
Here's what I think is going to be fun. So your pushback, does it still push back, or can you like deactivate that? I would think it still pushes back. So Detritus grapples this guy, and all of a sudden
That would knock him out of his hands, or
Yeah.
knock both of you back together.
when you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 12 feet from you in a straight line. So I don't have to.
sweet.
So I won't.
Yeah, you blast that thing, and it's just ripping holes right through it as Detritus has a good grapple on it. And next up, it looks real bad.
Bad guys.
So the ogre is going to. Oh, you know what? The ogre trasher is going to go limp in your arms, and it just starts quivering and convulsing as you just start hearing hisses and just sludge moving, and as the gray, slimy pseudopod falls out of its body that was running the whole thing, and it just goes limp right in your arms. And while that's happening, the other gray slime attacks you, and it misses again.
So what's a pseudopod?
The pseudopod would be like an arm on an amoeba. So it swipes at you with its pseudopod, like its false hand. Pseudopod means false hand.
Okay.
So if it's like a blob, it just like
Yeah, it's
makes a fake
it's
hand.
blobby.
Yeah,
Like
and
a
it just swings
wave
at you.
kinda-
Yeah.
So what is this, like a silver metallic color?
Yeah,
I would imagine.
it is. Yes, it is. Imagine sand monster or a swarm of tiny little robots coming at you.
Interesting. Okay.
That's their turn.
Yep.
Ed.
So now there are 2 of these oozes.
Yeah, I had a plan, but I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to point my hand, one of my arms out, extend my arm out, and cast Ray of Frost. So you just see a beam of blue energy come out with a few little bits of snowflakes flying out as well on the blob that... are you still holding one, Robbie?
Well, the one he was holding just...
Oh, it turned... Okay, so
it decided to just get out of its shell instead of being held.
I'll actually do the one that I hit the first time with Scorching Ray. So 17
Hits.
to hit. 2d8 cold damage. 3 damage.
Do you have any range or electric spells?
No.
Okay.
Next up.
No
Finch.
effect. No effect.
Finch is up next.
He is going to shoot his bow at the things. The same one that Chuck has been attacking. And he hits 10 damage.
So glad
Wow.
this guy's doing damage.
I know. Detritus.
After I feel the shell of this thing go limp, I will let go of it, and I will grab the legs of the shell, and I will grab both legs with my arms, and I will slam the entire shell down on top of the creature, the ooze.
Roll to attack with an improvised weapon.
Yeah.
I would say that's an 18 with my strength modifier.
Hit.
What would you like me to roll?
I believe it would be just almost like a club, so it'd be like a d6.
Plus my strength?
Yep.
And we'll say my rage as well?
Yep.
11 damage. After I do that, I do it again. Extra attack it.
All right.
This time I drag the body back across and I whip it around my back again, and I slam the back of the shell back down on top of the creature. 20 to hit.
Hits.
10 damage.
Yeah, so you slam it twice, and it just kind of spreads out, and then it slowly just goes from gray to black and stops moving.
Yeah, and imagine bits and pieces of the shell is flying everywhere as well.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But whatever it is, it kind of spread out enough to stop being functional.
Okay.
All right, so we have another one of those slimes, those metallic slimes next to Detritus, and it is Dilly's turn.
14 and 26 to hit.
Hit.
17.
Yeah, you shoot at it and just blasting big old chunks of the mass off of its body, but it's still moving.
It's up.
And it is going to slam a big old arm-like thing onto Detritus. 16.
Hit.
It's going to do 11 acid damage.
Oh.
And you are not wearing armor, sir. Is that correct?
Right.
Right.
Smoking.
Yeah, you guys hear a sizzle as it slams down, and you feel its arm kind of like burning and singeing into your skin and your metallic body parts. It does not feel good. But this thing's almost dead.
My turn. So I'm going to... Are there still 2 of them?
One.
Just one? Okay.
One slime.
One slime. I'm going to point 4 fingers at the slime from my hand, and I'm actually going to cast Magic Missile
Roll for damage.
at a 2nd level to get 4 darts. That's why I did 4. 4 of those, so 10 damage total.
Yeah, so your fingers spread out and go 4 little bolts of light fly out and just pop, 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 and just this thing just kind of blows up all over its body and fades to black.
Yes.
And after your guys' skirmish, after your guys' fight, you breathe a sigh of relief, and then you guys hear in the distance as about a block or so up to you, there's an intersection, and you see vroom, vroom, 2 motorcycles, vroom, a flatbed truck, and vroom, vroom, 2 motorcycles across the intersection.
Are they, you said 2 motorcycles and a flatbed truck?
And 2 more motorcycles.
Are we able to see what's on the truck? Like, get any more information from those? Like,
You'll be able to find out on the next episode of Crit Sandwich. thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. We are Crit Sandwich Podcast on Facebook. We are at Crit Sandwich on Twitter. If you like our podcast, please give us a review on iTunes or whatever other website you find your podcast on to help other people find us. If you have any feedback or would like to contribute to our random game world chart, maybe the next time we do an episode 0, we will read what you sent us, and hopefully we keep track of who you are so we can say, hey, so-and-so sent us this. Thanks, so-and-so. Hit us up on social media or email to send that to us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.
Chuck's really bad at knowing when you're about to end the episode. He does this every time. He starts asking
Cliffhangers.
every time.
I'm not keeping track of time. Yeah.
Like, I can always tell when you're like, oh, he's setting it up for next week, and then Chuck asks a
Continue.
question every time.